down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the Buccaneer first down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. Again, it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again is Watson. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Watson. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. James Watson. And that's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is third down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On third down, Malone, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints nothing.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Rodgers now on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
26.
Rodgers going to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a first down.
Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a handoff up the middle. Grubbs, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
No gain on the play.
The slot man in motion right.
At the Bucs 9-yard line.
On second down now. Grubbs. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. Not something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. The 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll run on first down. It's Malone. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Pick number 2 brings up second and goal.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. These two teams all tied after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Malone, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. On 1st down, it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
To number 20. Again, 11 on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
On 1st down, Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Back to throw, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Watson looks to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First and goal, Tampa Bay.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
A loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second down and goal. Watson. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Watson. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this 1st half.
Saints 7.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers going down the middle, and it's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On first down, Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Rodgers now to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, take 26. 26.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. T.J. Hockenson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL.
He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, Go long. Go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats. Look at this, 22.3 miles an hour was his top speed.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And he comes back with one complete. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, 88. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Box it.
Now Rodgers. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Hey, take 26. 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A 2-yard lead on the play.
Now Watson.
And it's 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 4th down, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
Get 300. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Buccaneer.
He finds his man complete. It's Connor. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Number 13. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Watson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Connor. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. DJ Chark, a 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Buccaneers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. And this is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Grubbs. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
He's brought down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamar Chase, 42 yards. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Watson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
30. Hey, 88. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
2nd and 15 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
On 1st down. It's Malone, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Watson now to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The Bucs on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 27, Rodgers.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back, come on. Inside. Give it. Jump out.
Rodgers going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Open man there is Malone. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Now it's Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
A loss of a yard. It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. Now he'll dump, and he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. All the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Von Miller getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Billy Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Third and long, it's Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again here with Akers. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And Watson's going to throw it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now we'll throw here to his running back.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and 1.
To throw is Rodgers. And he will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown, Saints. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team, and now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
He's got room at the 30.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Throwing now, Watson. That's caught. It's Malone.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, here's second and 4.
Here's Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Escapes the sack. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
One final try now for Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably so, not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of